I think so.
Hey, everybody.
Now it says live.
Now we are live.
We just recorded for 7 hours with no live button hit.
No live button hit. Yeah, you're working.
Oh, yeah. So is that the link now?
Yeah. We have some topics to go over today. And checking in. Brock, how are you doing today?
I'm good. It's been a good, long day. Very productive, but I'm hungry, man. I haven't eaten yet.
You're always hungry.
That is also a fact. It's crazy. I can't explain it. But I can tell you right now, as far as my goals go, not eating all day was a beautiful mistake.
You ordering something?
Oh, yeah. And I'm not going to tell anybody what it was because it was bad.
Hey, Julie.
I got to make up for the calories. Howdy. Welcome to the chat.
Pizza.
You know it.
I had some pizza last night. It was amazing.
You called me out.
Hey, D, coming in hot. Maggie.
It's good to see y'all again. Welcome back to the show.
We got Chanel here, too.
Yo. Oh, Chanel. You're the best.
We are just getting rolling here.
A little warm up. Calm before the storm.
Calm before the storm, yeah. A lot of news right now. We got NFL playoffs. We got some crazy news to go over as well. And, yeah, some check-ins.
Checking in. Anybody that is currently in the chat, have you used StreamYard before? And I'm not promoting it. I'm asking because I need some info.
Oh, no, Julie. We're Niner fans. We got a big game today. My father's a Packer fan growing up in Wisconsin. And
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
yeah. And it's a father-son bowl on Saturday.
Oh, are you guys going to watch it together?
Yeah, if he's in town, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
that
we
makes
should
sense.
all watch it.
That would be cool. I would just love to see the conversations that go down during that game.
It'll be a good one, man. They're playing well.
How are the Packers doing? I haven't really been watching them, to be honest with you.
Hey, Jennifer. Got people showing up. It's good. Jennifer's so it's as good a time as any
Oh, yeah.
to talk about Kane issue 5, which is coming out in, I believe, the 25th, I believe is the exact date. Maybe the 24th. But I think it's next Wednesday, maybe a week from today. And Jennifer, you are getting some free copies of that. That is for sure. We're going to ship some out to you. That's the one you're in, and you're amazing in it. And, yeah, it's also a part of, issue 5 is coming out, and then we have the full volume 1 trade, which is coming out, which is like a full book of issues 1 through 5 and all together in one book. And all of that's coming out through Rogue Matter. We're still selling the free digital copy of issue 1 on the Rogue Matter website. And then we're going to have the full trade available a few weeks after issue 5 comes out to get the complete package. And it's so crazy because this is such a big comic book universe, and art takes time, right? You can't rush creativity, but at the same time, you also just can't release a bunch of comics at once. You got to kind of spread it out for the story to play out over a longer period of time. And we have so many great comic books on the way, and collaborations with so many different great artists that it's all starting to kind of come out with Rogue Matter now. And with Kane 5 and the trade coming, we're looking to hit the ground running. And then we have all of McKenna coming out right after that, McKenna 1 through 5, and McKenna Volume 2 is being worked on right now. Kane Volume 2 is being worked on right now, and then we have tons of other books. So that's a pretty big comic update.
Yep. So those Kane withdrawals y'all are talking about, they're not going to last long. You're actually going to be inundated with more Kane than you can handle. And I'm going to keep going to the gym till I look like Kane. But it's pretty exciting, dude. This is our first official volume being finished with Kane.
Yeah.
I still taste the sushi in my mouth from that first meeting where we decided to go down this journey 2 years ago.
Yeah, sugarfish.
Right before the film. Pretty crazy. It's pretty amazing seeing, one of your best friends have this vision for something so big, and to see it through in the way that it's, actualized into reality. And it's funny because it's fiction, right? But it's in reality because we get to hold it, we get to touch it, we get to feel it, we get to talk about it, experience it. And it's the amount of work that has been put into this that Will has maybe you got a couple paper cuts, so there's some blood in there, but blood, sweat, and tears have gone in to them, maybe type into the bone. And making this thing happen. And it's been so freaking cool. And it's exciting because it's like, it started with an idea, right? And it also sparked one of, I would say, your callings. I've got to watch this, maybe I know a lot of you guys have as well, but I get to see it firsthand. It's one of my best friends. I get to hang out with him all the time. One of your callings, which is writing and screenwriting, film writing, and it only pays homage to like what you love so much. And it's like, dude, who knew you had that in you, right? I know you had a big brain in there, but the ability to write is not, it's not just handed to you. You got to work at it, and to be able to do it in the way that you do, and to have that translate onto paper and then have a vision on top of it. Cause it doesn't just, it's going to translate onto film, onto TV, onto the big screen, the silver screen. But even having it translated into a comic book where the art is all there. And it's like, I remember the first call, you're at your dad's house. Hunter was there. I think Max was there. I think Lando was there and Penny. But your dad was there. And I remember you calling me like, dude, I just got the first stencils, or the pencils, first drawings. You're like, it's exactly what I was thinking. It looks exactly like what I was talking about. We were so fired up, dude. It looks so cool. And now
I was so fired up.
Yeah. And now it's taken a whole new form, and it's just growing and growing. It's so cool.
Nah, dude, thank you for the compliment. It is crazy how much of a team effort a comic book is, with all the great artists, bringing the words to life. And, we're just at the beginning of this, dude. Like, there is so much to go, and a lot of really cool stories to unravel over time. But yeah, thanks for the compliment, dude, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think that's like, for me, what's really sparking right now. It's like, it's not that it was just an idea and there was things getting made. It's like now we actually have a finalized first volume, and it's like that first step that we were trying to achieve from the beginning is now been achieved. And it's, for us, like, we know a lot of the internal stuff, that some stuff we can't share, some stuff we can, but the vision for it, it's like, holy crap, we're doing it, And then it's like, what comes next is like, it's so cool. It's so cool. And it's only going to get more fun and grow more from here. So it's like, it's pretty sweet. If you guys don't have your first issue of Kane, go to Rogue Matter's website and go download it. It's free. All right. And enjoy. You're welcome.
I love that promo they're doing with just getting that free digital version of issue 1, right? And getting involved in that and checking it out and seeing if it's for you. But yeah, everyone at Rogue has been so lovely to work with, and we're gonna have so much more coming that, you know, like you said, there's so much more going on behind the scenes that, man, we got tons of different books.
Mm-hmm. And for anybody who doesn't know, which I'm sure a lot of people do, Rogue Matter is a independent comic studio that we've partnered with, and they are distributing our comic, and we do a lot of close work with them with development and just all kinds of really cool stuff. But they do everything from, you know, distribution to podcasts, comics, like developing comics, and even beyond. So they're a really, really cool studio, and they got really great people involved inside, and it just makes it even more fun. Like we're already working in a really fun space, but to be working with like-minded, good people, it makes it all worth it, you know?
100%. Huge shout out to Rogue. And they're pretty much at the beginning of their journey too. They basically did a ton of work to get ready for the launch at LA Comic-Con, and they've hit the ground running, and they're really taken off, you know, from the beginning, which is great. And, you know, we're super grateful to be a part of their journey too.
That's awesome. Yeah. A rising tide raises all ships, as they say.
Oh yeah.
I was just looking at the thing, and I'm like, this is a huge cup, and why does it look so small in my hand? Like, why are my hands so big?
Wait, this is actually perfect, because if I look left, I see you,
but
on screen, if I look left, I see you.
But how come?
So it's
why is it when I look left, I'm looking the other way? I'm looking the same direction that you're looking on screen. Do you see?
Right, we both look left to see each other.
How does that make any sense?
Because we both look left. I don't know.
But I'm looking left, and it's making me look right. Do you see that? Does it look like that on your screen? On my screen, I'm looking this way.
Really?
Yeah. Does it not look like that on your screen?
No, on my screen, you're looking that way.
So I'm looking at you right now.
No.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But when you look at me. Yours looks at me on the screen.
Right.
How does that make any sense?
I have no idea.
Why is it? Oh, you know what it is? I'm using the camera on the computer, and it probably flips it, and yours is the
face.
So yours is legit real, and mine's a mirror version. So I don't really look like that.
That could be it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Trippy.
I had to use all 3 of my brain cells to figure that out. I just didn't understand, because it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah. Okay, all right. I saw something about, it said Chanel was a member for 3 months.
Oh,
Let's
hell yeah.
go. We love you guys.
I'm so happy for you guys. Congratulations on the first volume. Thank you so much, Chanel.
I think the fellows are stoned. No, we're not. Okay?
Even no.
We're not. I might be high on hunger. I'm so hungry I'm delusional. But I am not partaking in any of that nonsensical nonsense.
Even since the Comic-Con, we've done a ton more, and we're gonna have so many more books coming. Gladiator. We announced Gladiator, didn't we?
I don't know. Oh, at Comic-Con?
Yeah, like we talked about Gladiator.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have is it the next one?
Okay, you have good points. Okay.
Some of our next comics will be like ancient Greece and ancient Rome. That's kind of what I'm getting at. And like that's kind of the bread and butter of all the mythology. So I'm really excited about those.
Yeah, that we can talk about releasing, right?
Yeah.
I had a version that I haven't fleshed out yet because I've been focusing on my script, but that off screen, I think I want to bring up to you. It'd be a cool one. It could be a cool one.
All right, fuck yeah. I shouldn't swear.
Earmuffs.
Big news. Pretty divisive topic.
Lay it on us.
Well, you know, it's like the biggest news in the country right now because we're deciding who's going to be the Republican candidate for president, right? And Donald Trump just won in a historic victory, the Iowa Caucus, 51%, which is a huge margin considering DeSantis and Haley were like 21 and 19 around there. I think the last biggest win was like George Bush Sr. had like 43%, or George W. had 43,
Wow.
and he won by like 12%. So historic win for Trump. And
You said Trump has 51%. Yeah, that's what
he got 51 or 52, right around there, percent of the votes for the Iowa Caucus. And yeah, man, landslide victory. But so here's the thing: like everyone kind of knew he was gonna win that, but then you have, I think it's MSNBC or CSNBC and CNN not airing his speech, and that really, I didn't vote for Trump, whatever, but I'm an American first, right? Like I'm an independent, like a moderate independent, basically. But it just really upsets me, I'll say, that we can have a presidential candidate who's a populist candidate that the majority of the people want,
and has been the president.
and is being censored by the media, saying that he lies too much in his speeches, so we're going to protect you from this. That's called censorship, and that's not good in a democratic society. So, that really upset me. I don't know how anyone else feels about that, but
Like I am very much not educated when it comes to politics. I'll just be forthright about that. Forthright. Forefront. Wow. But to have basically what we had in that moment was a historical event with Trump, right? And it doesn't matter who it is. The fact that that moment happened and that was a special moment for whatever candidate, whatever side it is, whatever, and then to have them not anybody, when you're a news station, not deliver the news, not give that person the platform to speak and talk about that win or talk about whatever. They earned that right, I feel. As that is crazy to me. No matter what it is, it's like, that's like you said, it is censorship, right? Which goes against why we even have like so many. It's not against why we have America, but like that's one of the things that is the foundation of America, freedom of speech, and also that's a big moment. Like why would you try to rob somebody of that? I don't know. It just, to me, again, not being political and not having any freaking clue what the hell's going on half the time, it's weird. It's weird. Why would you do that? What's the motive behind that?
yeah, it's just really frustrating, right? It's like, I'm not, again, I didn't vote for him, but like I find myself defending him all the time because I'm an American first before I'm anything else. And as an American, I hate to see everything that's happening to him, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it ties into this next topic, which actually affects us and is in our domain, right? So Dr. Jordan B. Peterson was just, I don't know if it's found guilty or like they ruled that he needs to do re-education. But basically in Canada, in the province of Ontario, Jordan B. Peterson, because of tweets he made and his comments on the Joe Rogan podcast, right? Comments on a podcast, we're a podcast, is now forced to enter into re-education by the Canadian government. And he's basically being sued and ordered by people he doesn't even work with, just by, the Society of Psychologists or whatever the group is up there in Ontario or Canada. And, it's pretty insane when you look at what he said, what he tweeted. And Canada doesn't have a First Amendment. And this is why we wanted to bring this up, right? Is because America has a First Amendment, but it's basically under assault. And if Canada had a First Amendment, Jordan Peterson would actually have a defense to this, right? Freedom of speech. But he doesn't. And now he's being found guilty. And it's absolutely absurd for pretty innocuous tweets and comments on a podcast.
I got to say, man, I blew up on social media earlier in my career. It's kind of like how I got my foot in the door, right? I'm very grateful for social media. It changed my life. And I've experienced things that are just absolutely incredible as a direct result to that exposure. For whatever reason, I never gravitated towards Twitter. I just never liked it. But the fact that it's like a common thread to just tearing people down because of something they said, it's wild to me that you can tweet something. And there's things people shouldn't say, obviously, right? But like, how many people have been canceled now or whatever that maybe shouldn't have been, and maybe some should have. I'm sure there's a mix of all of that. But for something you wrote on Twitter, like, think about how ridiculous that. What if your phone autocorrected and then it said something totally different and you're like, I didn't do that, it was autocorrect.
Right.
Or like somebody hacked your account, right? And then that's the grounds for let's ruin your life. Not saying that this is ruining his life, right? But it's, again, it sounds kind of ridiculous. But again, I'm not a Canadian.
Well, they want to ruin his life. Like, they want to take away his license to work, right? Like, that's what they're going for.
Yeah, and it's not. It's to me that's kind of wild too. Like, understanding the grandeur of it. It's like Twitter goes out everywhere, doesn't it? What countries is it not in, really? I know there's a couple. Okay, but he's writing it. He's got a platform that goes all over America, right? That goes all over. I don't know where else it goes, but there's other countries it goes to. But the fact that it's like you can get in trouble in your own country for, I just don't understand it.
Yeah, neither of us have really ever,
I guess what I'm
seen
saying,
the appeal in Twitter.
Yeah, well, that's why I think that was my whole point of that whole tangent was like, it's the one not that I would ever even say anything bad or negative or even want to. Like, I never felt the want to express all my feelings and emotion in 150 words or whatever it is on a text. And I would see people do that. And I'm like, some stuff you should just keep to yourself. And other things I think are great to talk about, right? But I never felt the need. I actually was more, as an actor and now filmmaker and a fan of art, visual mediums. I loved, photos and videos and creating content that way. And I think I just gravitated more towards that. And I love having deep intellectual conversations, don't get me wrong, but there's something very limiting about text to the sense that you can write something and it can be interpreted 10 different ways. And it's like, depending on who's reading it, the context, that's my job as an actor, is to like bring that text to life. And the way you can say one word, let's just say one of those swear words that was said earlier in the chat, you could say that 100 different ways. It could be funny, it could be insulting, it could be aggressive, it can be like it could be a million different ways. So I just think like Twitter's a strange platform, man. That's all I feel about that.
Yeah, and like, the other part of that case is comments he made on a podcast, right? Like,
yeah, okay.
That's another terrifying prospect of that. We're
on a podcast.
We do a podcast every week, dude. It's like
Elon Musk is coming after me now because I said that.
Right. Like, there is no specific guideline for what they'll come after you for or not. They, like, if they want to come after you, they will. And that's the issue. And without a First Amendment, you're left out there with no protection.
Makes sense.
And
what's the
I
through
take
line?
a lot of issue with that.
What's the through line then? Because I think that I haven't looked into this outside of what you're telling me right now. And to me, I'm assuming there is a lot worse stuff by a lot of different people that maybe have a bigger or maybe don't have a bigger platform than Jordan Peterson, right? That's on Twitter right now. So what's going on with those people? And probably from Canadians too, you know, Americans for sure. We got a eclectic group over here. But what about those people? Oh, is that my food? I won't eat in front of you guys, don't worry. Oh, it is. Or maybe it's your meals. But yeah, like it's what's the through line there? Like is that the end all be all? Is there a, you know, a whole group of like laws written down that say what you can and can't do on Twitter when the original thing was freedom of speech?
Yeah, I mean, they have like the trust and safety department that Elon basically came in and tried to clean up, but there's so many people at Twitter. He fired a lot of them, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to weed out the bad ones, but I don't know. Twitter's a whole nother animal that we're not going to solve right now, right? But, you know, they're coming after him for stuff he said on a podcast. One of the things is like he called an associate a prick. And they're coming after him for it.
So I'm just going to say it right now because sometimes people are pricks. Okay?
Yeah,
I got to be honest about it. I mean, I don't know his situation. I don't know his coworker, but sometimes people are not so nice.
Yeah, dude. And without accountability, people run wild.
And whatever your views are on even Peterson, right? Like, I haven't seen him do anything that I haven't followed him religiously or anything, but like, I haven't seen him do anything that like actually hurts people. I feel like he moves with, at least from my perspective, with just intentions, you know. And
he's helped thousands of young men who are lost, and he talks about it all the time, and no one even cares or listens to what he says. Like, that's what he does. He's a psychologist, and he helps young men who are struggling.
Yeah, and it's been a struggle. I've struggled as a young man,
or couples too. You know, couples.
Yeah. And it's exactly, but that's like, it takes somebody with that kind of understanding of the human mind, body, spirit, maybe everything all combined, right? But to move the needle, like as far as society goes, for men, I've seen it my entire life and know for sure it happened in my parents' lifetime, my grandparents' lifetime, all that stuff. It's been a, you know, it's not a weakness to be sensitive or to be vulnerable, right? Unless you're doing it to around the wrong people and they take advantage of it. But we've been told you got to shove all that stuff down and be a man. And it's like, sometimes stuff sucks. Sometimes it really sucks. And it would be nice to talk to somebody about it and to work through it and to understand it or to get some kind of like perspective. And there's not a lot, or there are more now, but there's even for women as well, you know, it's like, there's not like, it hasn't glazed over and we haven't moved on to that next spot yet where everyone's just healed and happy, right? There's even more craziness going on. And then the state of the world and like what's going on globally and economically and politically, and you're getting hit from every freaking angle. And then you're worried, are we going to get invaded? Are we going to, like, what is the bomb going to go out? Like, what's going to happen? Are aliens coming? Like, what is going on? Right? It's like you're getting hit all day, every day. Man, I just want to chill in a river with my shoes off and like reconnect to the earth and like turn technology off. And sometimes it like you need stuff like that because no one really has the real answer. And we're all unique on our own unique journey. We all have our own pain and trauma and past and different ways we cope and heal from things. And if you're moving forward without a blueprint, we're all trying to figure this out as we go. And it, you know, I might get good information from somebody and it changes my life, and it might go to somebody else and it doesn't do a dang thing to them. We all receive and show up in the world differently. So it's just a matter of people continually trying to move in a way, like somebody like Jordan Peterson that you're saying has helped thousands of people. Like, that's not nothing. That is something. That's something incredible.
That's a lot.
And for whatever reason, again, whoever is on the other side of that, if they don't like it, why?
Right.
What's the reason for you? What's the root cause? That's the thing that I found in my healing that is most important. And it goes down to life too. It goes down to business, goes down to spirituality, goes down to every walk of life. What's the root? What's the reason why? And if you can go all the way down and figure that out, you actually start to figure some stuff out. So if there's somebody who's attacking you, this is what I find in life. If somebody's attacking you or talking bad about you, if they're negative, they're this, like, what you have to ask yourself is have you ever seen a truly happy, like a truly joyous person, a truly happy person say something bad about somebody else, try to hurt somebody else? Like, that doesn't exist. So it's hurt people hurting people, right? We've heard that quote before. But what are you hurting from? And why are you now trying to take it out on somebody else? What is it? Like, what's the reason? And that's what I want to know. I don't want to approach life anymore in the sense of, let's treat the symptom and not the problem, right? Let's put a Band-Aid over it when it needs to be a liver cleanse or something, like whatever it may be. What's the deeper root cause? And that's the stuff that I'm like, again, don't know him, don't know his story. Same thing with Trump and the media and all that. I don't know what's going on or why it's happening, but I would like to know the why, so at least we can be, educated about it and be decisive. It's like it's not black and white, It's just wild times right now, guys. Wild times.
Yeah, I don't like to see people attacked over stuff that literally would be nothing. It's something you'd see on a everyday basis and scroll right past it, or just keep watching, and they're literally trying to ruin his life. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully he does this re-education and reports on it and totally calls them out for how ridiculous it is.
And I'm not, just to close that loop up for me, my advice, if anyone cares to listen, is on that subject alone, is that's why you got to just be a good person. Just try to be a good person and look at every step you take as an opportunity to do good. At the very least, if you can't help people, which we can't help everybody, right? And that's okay. And realistically, it comes down to people being able to help themselves. But if we can't help everyone, pull back and at least try not to hurt them, right? You don't know what everyone's going through. You don't know what someone's currently struggling with. We don't know what someone's past is. And you might have a smile on your face, but that doesn't mean it's not the worst day of your life. So only look at it, in my opinion, is just try to be kind, try to be nice. And if anyone wants to battle me or argue me on that one, please remember I'm 6'7", 260 pounds of pure muscle, and it's going to be rough. It's going to be real rough for you.
Nah, dude, amen to that for sure.
No, yeah, you got to leave the world better than how you found it if you can, It's kind of where I'm at with it. I don't got all the answers. I barely got any answers.
The transitioning to some tragic news in the NBA, the Warriors assistant coach, Dejan Milojevic, Serbian player, Serbian coach. He was, all-star player out in Europe. Won a championship with the Warriors his first year as coach, as assistant coach in 2022. They were at a private team dinner, I believe either yesterday or today, and he had a heart attack, was taken to the hospital, and passed away at, I believe, age 46. So I want to just send our condolences out to the Warriors and to his family and everyone struck by this passing. It's 46. It just seems so young. It's really, really scary and tragic, but just wanted to send a RIP to him and, everyone around him.
Yep. We're
sending our love.
Yeah, everyone that's involved with the Warriors, any family members, friends and family, anybody, like our I can speak for Will on this one, is that our condolences go out to you guys. And it's man, it's just, to me, when I lose somebody or hear about losing somebody, it's just a reminder of how finite life is, right? And how important it is to show up each day. Again, goes back to being kind, right? But just live in the moment and try to be the best version of yourself as you can, and kind of work on yourself. And you sharing him. I've been seeing in the news also Alec Musser. I believe that's how you pronounce his name, but he passed away also at 50. And he was an actor, and one of the funniest scenes on TV is with him. I think it's in Grown Ups, where he's coming out of the water at the with all the women around him. I think it's like Selma Hayek, and there's a few of them. And it's just like chiseled, good looking, ripped, like beautiful man coming out of the water, and they're like all freaking out, right? And then he gets close, and he's got this hilarious Canadian accent. And they all start dying laughing, and it's just like, and I saw that Adam Sandler posted about him also, and it just I think he passed pretty suddenly, it seems like. I don't know exactly what happened, but just terrible, man. Like again, I didn't know him personally, but also rest in peace, and sending our prayers and love to the family and friends. And just if you got someone out there that you love, give them a call, give them a hug, and man, life is wild, man. It is wild. That's what's so amazing when you see someone who's made it to like 97. You sit there like, I don't even know if I'm going to make it tomorrow, and I'm 32. So that's pretty damn impressive. I'm probably not making it to 97, to be honest with you. But
it's a long, full life, man, and even past that.
And to see the things you've seen, experience the things you've seen or experienced, and that's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible.
For sure. Sending thoughts and prayers. We're going to move on to another sports topic, but talk about the NFL playoffs and what to expect going forward, and what we want to happen. We got the 49ers, another Bay Area squad, playing the Packers this weekend. Should be a great game. Want to do a big shout out to Jared Goff and the Lions. Jared led the Detroit Lions to their first playoff victory in 31 years, I believe it was, 32 years, basically my entire life.
Wow.
They haven't won a playoff game, which is insane.
Actually, my entire life.
Yeah, and like, man, they look like they're on fire right now, and it's the Lions play the Buccaneers, and then the winner of the Packers 49er game will play the winner of that game.
So the Niners are going to play.
Lions and Buccaneers play each other, and then the winner of that game plays the 49ers and the Packers. Whoever wins that game.
That's why I was saying, so they're going to play the 49ers, whoever. It really is just the 49ers versus whoever wins the Lions.
I think 49ers are chewing.
I'm just kidding, sure. Julie. Oh, jeez. That's got to be food.
And then in the AFC, we got the Ravens are playing.
We got a lot of Packers fans in the chat. Yeah, I just got to throw that out there.
I know, it's rough.
I'm going to grab that because I think we both have stuff out there. I'll be right back. Don't worry, guys. Hold it down for me.
Julie, how long have you been a Packard fan? You been a Packard fan your whole life? Maggie's Packard fan this week. Oh, come on. I'm taking it from all angles here. Yeah, I mean, Jordan Love, he's been playing great. I actually picked him up in fantasy football for the last 3 weeks, and he was balling out. So we definitely have our work cut out for us. It should be a great game. I think Baltimore is playing. I'm gonna look that up real quick. They're playing. Texans have been balling out too. CJ Stroud at quarterback. I had Nico Collins on my fantasy team too, their wide receiver. He's been playing out of his mind. But yeah, some good sports this weekend to look forward to.
Wasn't there some stuff that happened? I know the Lions game, but was there anything else that happened this week that you want to talk about with sports? I feel like so much happened.
Oh, well, yeah. So, I mean, I just got back from playing in a golf tournament. Um, it's Discovery Land Company's annual foundation golf tournament. Tons of pros come and, we basically play a bunch of rounds of golf. And all of it goes to supporting foster children around the world where we have developments. And yeah, it was a great day. Raised a ton of money for charity, and the main thing is we make sure that not only do we give to organizations that have like the highest margin of actually putting that money to use and minimal overhead, but actually just giving directly to, the organizations themselves. So anyway, I played great. I played some good golf. My golf's crazy good right now. But yeah, just thanks for teeing that up for me.
Yeah, man. Well done. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Love a good pun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about Summit too. We talked about us playing golf. Man, there's something addicting, very addicting about golf, and I just can't stop thinking about it. And I just want to play more, and I can't because I'm too freaking busy. But when you do, it's great. And what you guys do, honestly, with the foundation and how many people you've helped us, because it's so much more than just the foundation one event at Madison, right? It's almost globally,
it's year round.
Right?
Yeah,
It really is like year round. The reach is incredible. The help is incredible. And even the people that get involved in donating as well. It's just such a beautiful thing all around. And it's cool to see because it's such a high level too. It's not like, you just gave $5 here or there. It's like, it's stuff that moves the needle and that people need.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's cool to see people who have had such great success give back in such an incredible way.
I was going to give you huge props for your golf game, man, at Summit. You've been literally like, Brock's golf game is improving rapidly, and it excites me because the more he gets into it, the more I have a buddy to play with.
Yeah. I think I just want to get so good that one day I play with you and your dad and JJ or someone. They're like, what the heck was that thing? Who is that guy?
That thing. What was that thing?
You've been hiding him all this time. No, but it's such a fun. It's something about being just the way I am, and I know there's so many different ways to approach golf, and so many different athletes and people from all walks of life that play. But there's something about it for me that is so internal. It's so up here in your mind, like you get in your head. And there's the major physical aspect to it too, because if you miss or your swing's off, your grip's off, whatever, one little thing is off, you miss by a mile. And to be able to get it right, like when you get it right, you're like, oh, I did everything right that I was supposed to do. I learned, and it's like if you had OCD and you got to do all the things that you needed for your OCD to chill out. It feels, I don't have it, but I'm assuming it probably feels that good. It probably feels so good to check those boxes off. Because for me, if you nailed it every single time, the good times, it would be amazing, but the good times wouldn't be as good without the bad. Because every game I've shanked a couple or a lot more than a couple. I've lost a whole box before probably the 6th hole of golf balls.
You're right though.
Early on.
Think about it this way, right? Like you're saying there's so many things to pay attention to, right? But even if you pay attention to every single thing in your mental checklist that you're supposed to do, grip, alignment, everything, posture, backswing, you can still physically not create a good swing.
Yeah.
Like you can literally, it's all based off muscle memory.
Yeah.
So like obviously that we're not machines. We make physical mistakes, even if everything is like
Yeah, you could have
in place. So that's the crazy part about the game.
Yeah, and it's not because you could play amazing one day and terrible the next, or vice
Yeah.
versa. Like my first day at Summit, pretty rusty. I hadn't played, and I got very, very sick, and my lungs are pretty rough, and I hadn't played in over a month and a half. So I was rusty. The second day we go back, the weather's a little bit warmer, which was nice.
Oh, yeah, it was cold.
Yeah, but my body had warmed up a little bit, and vice versa. Like if I played 3 super hard days, I'd be so sore in the weirdest places because golf will, like your left side of your rib cage, your whole oblique is insane, or like your neck will kind of go a little bit, or your low back. Like there's all these little things that kind of add up to where that physicality, or like if I walked in with a little bit of like a ankle issue or like my shoulder, everything's going to change, and you have to figure out how to adjust to that. It's not like your body exactly. It's not a machine. We can't go up and do the same thing every single time. Exactly. There's even things in your life that can throw you off drastically. Like if I'm thinking about some personal issue or whatever right before I'm about to swing, or even if I'm just thinking I'm gonna hit it terribly, I'm probably gonna hit it terribly. All right. If I'm not just focused on just being clear, I've done all the work to get to that point. Just go up and swing. Check the boxes.
Yeah, of course.
Check the boxes, but go up and just the thing that I've gotten better at,
Be the ball, Danny.
Be the ball. Just go home. That's your home. But for the thing I've gotten better at, I think, is like just enjoying the process. When I miss now, I'm not getting like every now and again a little frustrated because I'll be like, I know I could have done better than that. But for the most part, I'm like, I'm having so much fun in that moment of playing golf where before like a year ago, I didn't even play a year ago, really, but if it was a year ago and I was trying, I'd be like mad every time I missed it. Now it's like, wait a second, I get to do something amazing. I'm having fun. Who cares if I shanked it over there? Let me just either drop another one or go find it and continue the fun. And it makes my game better, actually.
Dude, progress is the best motivation, even inch by inch, dude. Like you're not going to see a ton of progress over a short period of time.
You didn't see that.
A large, like it's over a long period of time. It should be a linear progression chart,
and
right?
even if it goes a little bit,
it's not exponential.
Yeah, it's like a good stock. It'll just keep going up. Goes down a little bit here and there, goes up a little bit.
Like a good stock.
You find it. You didn't see it, but I flexed on camera, and you said inch by inch, slow progression. It takes time. You got to work at it, all right? But it's worth it. One of the best damn games known to man. You versus you.
Yeah.
And then you versus other people that are you versus you. So it's technically you versus them versus you, and so on and so forth. I don't know how to explain that correctly, but
I think you covered every.
It's my favorite game in the entire world. That's where I'm at with it.
Hell yeah.
Besides like some board games.
Well, Catan.
Yeah, athletic games.
I mean, right.
That's my favorite.
Catan's clearly the best game ever made.
Fantastic.
So
I want to play Catan right now.
We need Max and Bruno back.
When are they come back? They need to come back. We're calling you out. Tessa, hey, I just saw you in here.
Inception.
Well, are there any quick questions that you guys have or that we can answer really quick? And then we will go get our food that's sitting out on the counter. How you see golfing is how I see life. Well, golf is life. All right?
There's so many golf metaphors where I'm like, damn, that's a good life metaphor.
Yeah. Okay, I prefer to read on the cover. I missed that part. Do you remember back in the day, Travel Channel, Adam Richman? I feel like I do.
Sounds familiar. What show was it, Julie?
Somebody was just talking about him to us. Or maybe to me.
Maggie's asking about clips of golf shots. We need to film ourselves more when we're on the course and get like...
Yeah. Like we should film the first 9 holes or something next time. Just no matter what, just film the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Sorry, I was distracted. Other conventions other than Comic-Con. Very good question. We need to plan one.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get with Rogue Matter and figure out what the game plan is.
We'll probably get with Rogue on that, but also like there's an anime convention in Dallas, I believe.
Oh, really? That's pretty cool.
Anna, that Star Wars girl, she knows all the best conventions. We should ask her.
Yeah. Well, Dallas and Austin. We've been wanting to get out of Austin.
Yep.
That could be
Speaking
fun.
of golf, everything goes back to golf.
Yeah. If we can play golf there, we can go.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it Phil or Philip? You guys are talking about my name. Yeah, it's Philip. Brock Vincent Philip O'Hearn. I saw it. I'm reading questions or comments.
Oh, anime convention in Vegas in March. That would be very easy to do. So
In
maybe
March?
we'll hit that up, Maggie.
That's right around the corner. I have to go to Vegas this weekend. Ooh. It's going to be fun. It's going to be something fun. It's work related, but it's also, we were just there.
Where?
Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
I got to drive back. I am so sick of driving
Oh,
to
dude, we
Vegas.
should talk about the podcast. So, real quick, keep asking questions if you want.
Genius points.
Connor Esterson, one of the leads in Spy Kids Armageddon on Netflix. We have a podcast with him coming out tomorrow afternoon. And sorry for the delay on it. It's live from Comic-Con, from LA Comic-Con.
Yep.
And we're really excited about it.
Yeah. He's 10 years old. Our youngest guest.
He's the man.
We did it in the trailer at Comic-Con.
Yep.
And what an interesting
His parents
little
were
dude.
so cool.
Yeah.
His team.
He's cool. Like, I really enjoyed talking.
Yeah, he is cool.
He's such a big fan of anime.
Yep.
He really, at the same time, like, he's obviously had great success in film already at a very early age and a very quick start to it.
Yep.
He's incredibly talented. He's incredibly intelligent. You can see it in the podcast. You can see it meeting him. But then at the same time, it's like, he's still a kid. He just wanted to go find the biggest toy, best toy at Comic-Con, right? He wanted to have a good time. And he's like, that's exciting to me. Like, and I don't know anything about the kid outside of the podcast we did with him and the film he's been in. And I really, really like him. But to me, I'm like, that's just seems like good parenting, you know? Like, that seems like...
Dude, yeah, he's got a whole career ahead of him, obviously, whole life ahead of him. And he's starting off strong and, a big Netflix movie. And
we are big fans
super
of
nice
Connor's
kid.
and, wishing him all the success. And he's already got a bigger career than me. So, hopefully we get to work together somewhere. Don't forget about me, Connor.
Don't forget about me. No, yeah, he's same age as my younger brother.
Yeah.
And they got to meet at Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
forgot
right.
about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all good there. That'll be cool. And then we have another episode after that. Do we want to spill the beans? Get it?
Wait, what?
On Gino.
Oh, geez, that was good.
That was
I
good.
forgot that I was like, which one is it?
Yeah.
It is Gino.
We have a podcast with a executive chef, Michelin star chef, coming out. So that's why I spilled the beans. I'm nailing the puns tonight.
Yeah, you're crushing the puns, dude. Do we want to say loosely what we did, just for a preface?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Go for it.
yeah. So we were in Vegas. We went to Summit Club, where Gino's restaurant is at Summit Club, and he's Gino, so it's pretty cool. Incredible chef, and he cooked for us while we did the podcast.
Yeah.
So we got to dive into his life, his story, had some really fun, great talks, and then we got to enjoy 5-star Italian cuisine. Like, this guy was and he's so cool. He's such a cool dude. So that was like a fun, and we filmed it differently. So we're excited to show you guys that. It kind of feels like a show,
Like Chef's Table. Or
Yeah. And it really could be. So, if you guys like cooking and even if you don't, go check it out.
Yeah,
It's
so
a good
that'll
one.
be next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So Connor comes out tomorrow, and then next Tuesday, 7 a.m., Gino's will come out.
Yeah.
Sweet. And then one last little thing I see on here, Chanel, she said, I want to say thank you for congratulations on the 5-star rating on your app. Thank you.
Oh, cool.
Because I didn't even know that. So,
Dude, hell yeah.
that's awesome.
Congrats.
I hope I don't sign on and it says 1 star. Which is funny, Chanel. So they might have activated already. There's a couple updates that we have developed, and they should be active on the app right now. So if you check it, there might be a couple little things that I can share with you guys that are within that scope, in that world. And since we're here, Chanel, you'll message me, so I would love to see it. But I went on the Facebook group. Do you have access to it? I just want to know if everyone has access to it, so I can start really pumping content out on there and start using it. It's a private chat, private group on Facebook for anybody who's a member of the app. So I just was curious, so I can start connecting more with you guys. But besides all that, we love you guys. We're grateful for you. This was a fun one. I wasn't sleeping during it.
Definitely not sleeping.
I'm up. I'm not going to tell you why. It has nothing to do with this at all. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We're grateful for all the comments, the questions, the time. And we're signing off.
Much love, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Time to go to the 19th hole.